Hi, everyone. This is Nathan with CommWest. We're your communications partner. I have Jon Maraschin, the Executive Director of the Business Incubator here today. And I'm going to have him share a little bit about how they've dealt with COVID-19 and what effect that has had on his business. Thank you, Jon, for agreeing to join us.
Absolutely.
So can you give me kind of a rundown? I know you guys do a lot of things and involved in a lot of areas, but can you give us kind of an overview of what the incubator does?
Absolutely. So what the incubator, for those of you who don't know us, I'll give you the quick overview. So we're a combination of 7 programs. One is an incubator program, so we have clients that actually rent space from us. We have a commercial kitchen, commercial kitchen for people who want to start a food service business. We run the SBDC, Small Business Development Center for Mesa County, which is really an important piece right now. So it's free coaching and low-cost classes for anybody in Mesa and Rio Blanco County who needs help on their business, cradle to grave, start to finish. We do that work. We manage 8 different loan funds through the revolving loan fund in Mesa County. So access to capital for startups, existing businesses, that whole part. We run the enterprise zone for Mesa County. We have a co-working space in Fruta. So we have a shared use office, if you know what that is. And then we have the Grand Junction Makerspace at the incubator, which it's a public innovation center. So new ideas, new things come to us and do that. So that's a bunch of different programs. They all overlap. So that's our internal focus. And then for those of you who may not know, we also are one of the top incubators out of 7,000 in the world. So we spend an awful lot of time helping other communities launch their incubators and their entrepreneurship programs. So we're inwardly focused and outwardly focused to to do good work.
And you guys are really, really busy.
We're very busy.
So was the incubator considered to be essential when all these, the crisis started and all these rules came down?
We were. We actually, I think we did what everybody else did, is we took that pause for a second to figure out what that was and if we fit. We're a commercial property manager. We actually manage 127,000 square feet of space, which people don't know. Our SBDC is the voice of the state of Colorado and Western Colorado for all the initiatives around COVID and business coaching. Loan fund, same thing. Makerspace, our Makerspace quickly pivoted and they made 600 masks and shipped them out last week to the Navajo Nation. So everything we do is critical in some way, shape, or form to helping the economic health of our community. So we absolutely are a critical business and are identified on, I think, 7 different categories.
Perfect. So when this all happened, how did you guys handle your operations and stuff with needing to send people home and things?
Well, the how question, I would say not very well, but I actually think we did okay. So we're very blessed in that we've got an amazing IT service provider who happens to be on this call. And we actually have been working hard over the last several months to have more technology so we can work at home and do our work with laptops and fast internet and those kind of things. So we actually were a little ahead of the curve, so we were blessed. But the immediate action was we shut down face-to-face interaction with our organization, so no more face-to-face coaching. We shut down walk-in traffic. We went virtual immediately with Zoom, Facebook, GoToMeeting. And so we actually pivoted as quick as we could to try and fulfill our mission, but also stop the interaction interface. Internally, we have 12 employees, which is not very many for the mission we have. But we also have, out of those 12 employees, we've got 4 that are at risk. And so we sent them home immediately, made sure they had the tools to do their work from home, and then just basically run a skeleton crew, about 4 people at work at any given time, to do the things we actually have to do to keep the lights on.
How did the staff respond to those changes and as quickly as they had to be made?
I'm terribly blessed with an amazing staff. We spend all of our time coaching small businesses, so we've learned that we don't panic. We're thoughtful. We stop. We work through problems and find solutions, and then we probably panic. But my staff actually, we encourage working from home already a little bit, so we already had kind of a bias for that. But the uncertainty of, do I have a job? Will I have a job? Can I do my job from home? Do I have a home office at home? Does my technology actually work? How are we going to manage this? And so there were just a million questions from my staff on, if I send them home, are they still working? If they're not working, will I pay them? So there's just a lot of uncertainty around that conversation. And the immediate, you don't know what you don't know till you try it. So they handled it well because it's what we do, but they also, that uncertainty has been challenging.
Sure. So now, I mean, you've had it in place for a few weeks and stuff. How has the staff's responses changed through the time now that they've had to do it for a while?
It's been, I think some of my staff members, a lot of us are introverted, or I'm an omnivert. I'm kind of on the fence. And so for some of us, it's like a dream to not have to interact, we thought, and then we're doing this. So the quick answer is most of them have responded quite well. Most of them have kind of just adapted to the new work life and the new pieces. We have an awful lot of communication. We use Microsoft Teams. We have Zoom calls every day. So we actually do a lot of interaction to make sure we're okay. And one thing that we did to kind of get ahead of the emotional curve is we actually have a wellness team now, and we have fun activities and exercises that we do as a team to keep some fun in this. So we're actually kind of okay in what we're doing.
Cool. Now you're hitting some of the questions I was going to ask. So
Well, keep asking. They're good.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So what would be one piece of advice you would give to somebody that's hasn't, or maybe has, but they're still trying to get the kinks worked out for having staff at home?
A couple of pieces of advice. I can't ever give just one answer. The first piece of advice is be patient. We've never been here before. And so be patient with yourself, with the deploying your technology, with your staff. They're dealing with kids at home in a whole new world that they've not had. So that patience piece, it's going to work out the way it's supposed to at the end. So slow down, be patient, be forgiving. We're all going to make mistakes and do things that aren't great. The other piece is there's a propensity for people, when you send your clients at home or start running a remote workforce, to micromanage them because you feel like I can't see them. I actually have to be more in control of what they do. That's the absolute wrong approach. The right approach is to trust your people. You've taught them well, give them a scope of work, and let them do what they do and let them come up with new solutions and ideas. So that patience piece and that trust your staff and trust the systems, and they will reward you greatly.
Cool, good. So what didn't work like you wanted it to, or would have expected it to?
It's the half day off paid not working didn't work so well because I haven't had the vacation that all my neighbors seem to think that we have. What really didn't work was so much of what we do is so interactive. We sit with our clients on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. We have a lot of paper that goes back and forth with checks and billing and those kind of pieces. So that just kind of trying to actually muddle that through and make it go remotely instantly. It's been a process. It's been quite a process and required a lot of communication just to take those analog systems, if you will, and try to digitize them. So now we're doing a lot of our banking online that we didn't do before. And entrepreneurship's face to face. And so, getting in the Zoom calls, making them work well, that's been tricky. So learning the technology and taking any processes we have that we've done that are really manual and trying to automate them as best we can.
So you've already talked a little bit about the Zoom meetings, and you got the wellness and stuff for helping with the day-to-day interactions with your staff. Do you have another piece of advice for just how to keep the team and the collaboration, the energy going?
Yeah, it's and I'm certainly not the expert. I know my personality well enough to know that I cannot be in charge of the team happy stuff because I'm too busy and distracted. And so find that team member who actually enjoys this stuff. Everybody's got one. And just give it to them and let them have creative new ideas. And, give them, if they send something out that might have been a little bit off limits, maybe on the fringe of what would be cool, like the CommWest calendar, just be okay with it. Don't judge and have fun. Be open to new ideas and new suggestions. And just kind of, and also the other piece is, steal and swipe. If you see something cool out there, steal it from somebody else, share it, do that. We're lucky because my team has to be on Facebook because of the nature of our business. So we're a little more interactive, but it really is back to that. Just be patient and let people have fun and let them lead. As a director, the last thing in the world I need to do is get in the way of that or take credit for it. So just have fun with it.
Cool. That's good. So as we're getting closer to unwinding here and stuff, what's your short-term, long-term plans for your staff? Are you planning to bring everybody back, or what are you going to do?
You know, we know that through crisis comes innovation, and we're actually trying to adopt that internally as well. And so what we kind of are figuring out is we have a multi-community footprint anyway. And so our plan right now is to leverage technology. We're all being forced to learn it. So it's a great opportunity to bring in video conferencing equipment, have the ability to take our skill set and deploy it across our entire footprint, which is Meeker, Rangeley, all of Mesa County. And so do that. We're also really trying to post up or get better on our Zoom meetings or our calls. We're going to probably hire a project manager to actually really work with our coaches and train them. And that's a long answer to saying we're going to actually leverage technology to grow our business and hit those communities that we were unable to serve as effectively. And so we're going to do that. The other thing that we're going to do with the video conferencing capabilities that we're going to onboard is our How to Start a Business class. We've done it twice a month for 30 years. We have 10 to 15 people in it every single time we do it. Now I think we can actually do it in Fruita and Rangeley and Meeker and Mesa, Colorado and Palisade all at the same time. We can Zoom people in or video conference them in, teach those classes remotely, provide that stuff, be more of a technology company, but still have that human touch of interaction. So we're looking at all those tools to really leverage this. We'll go back to brick and mortar at some point. I mean, the interaction of having people in an office is awesome. But I think what we'll find is that my staff who want to work from home more, do things from home more, with the infrastructure we're building right now, we'll be able to support that. I mean, it's not, as the world's changed kind of a lot, it's not necessarily about being face-to-face in an office, working all the time. It's about how you integrate your work and your life and kind of balance those two. And if it means that we get better employees because they can work from home, or they might happen to be in another state or another community, we're going to recruit coaches from other areas. So it really is going to be fun to see what we do with this. So that's a long answer to saying, knowing what I know today, is we're going to leverage the technology and really lean in hard on delivering our services to our community, while we also kind of hit reset on our brick and mortar and kind of figure out what that looks like.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you sharing with us today, and we really appreciate everything the Incubator does for our community and for our businesses and stuff. So, and for CommWest, it's been our pleasure to work with you guys. You guys have been great, and it's been fun to watch everything happening.
Well, absolutely. And thank you. It's been fantastic to have the level of service, the professionalism. Your team is amazing. You guys are part of the community, which is one of the reasons we chose to work with you, is you give back as much as you get. And so I think it's a fantastic collaboration, as are all our partnerships. We're very lucky to live in this community with great people. So keep doing great work and keep helping us do good work, and we'll be okay. You can break my internet for a couple hours today. I'd be okay with that, but otherwise we're good.
You'd like some downtime, huh?
It would be lovely.
We'll coordinate that so you can go for a bike ride.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we're one thing we're doing internally, which you didn't ask, I didn't really answer, is we're really working hard on bookends and boundaries on our mail, our social media, how to actually manage that. When, you know, where do you get your information from? Going to the source instead of going to Facebook, and just, you know, instead of deleting mail, we're actually going through and unsubscribing to a lot of stuff, because miraculously, all of a sudden, we're subscribed to everything on the planet. And so also just managing our technology so we actually can be more effective. And that's been a really fun, it's cathartic to actually delete and unsubscribe to email that you don't want in the first place. So there you go.
Very good tip, John. Appreciate it. And thank you for your time today. And thank you for all that you guys do.
Absolutely. Thank you. You guys have fun.
See ya.